I want to talk today about starting Blackboard Collaborate to look at the class that your professor is or your instructor is planning on teaching using Blackboard Collaborate. So shortly before, about 15 minutes before your class is supposed to start, you should open the Blackboard page for the course. You should go to course content, and there should be a link that says link to Blackboard Collaborate session. Now I'm doing this on Firefox. If you use a different browser, it'll work a little bit differently, but it'll be basically the same. So I'm going to click on link to collaborate session. And then there's this link to open the room. And do I want to join the room? Yes, I do. It'll ask me to download the launcher. I'll click on OK. And you can see that it's downloading the file here. And once it's done, I can click on it and open it. And it should be done now. So go here and see meeting collaborate right here. And it will open. It takes a few minutes to open, and it's doing some things right now. It's downloading the application, verifying the application. Do I want to run this? Yes, I want to run this. Now it'll take another couple seconds. It's downloading collaborate. You can see the dots loading, and it'll ask me my cable speed or my internet speed, cable DSL. Okay. So now it's opened the Blackboard page. You can see a couple of things here. This right here is where your instructor's stuff will show up. Right now, 2 people are logged on. I'm logged on as the moderator on a different computer, and this is me that I just logged on as a test student. Now I'll go to my moderator account, and I will, let's see, turn my chat permissions on. For my test student, it just says your chat permissions have been enabled. So now I can send messages to my professor. Hi, professor. And if I have questions about what's being presented, they will be, I can type them in there. Now, your professor will either share his or her desktop with you, or he or she will download a PowerPoint for you to view, but there'll be something there to view. If they decide to turn on the video, you'll be able to see a video of them. I'd turn on the sound right now, but since I have my 2 computers right next to one another, it'd probably be really bad feedback. So we don't want to worry about the feedback, but they will have the sound on and you'll be able to hear them talking. I'll turn that off because we don't need that feedback. We don't really need my video. So they'll go through the whole class and you'll watch, and if you have questions, you can type it in the chat window. Now, if your professor decides to, they can record the session. So let's suppose your professor has decided to record the session. He or she has said, I'm going to record the session so you can watch it later. Where do you go to watch the session that's been recorded? Well, let me close or lower the Blackboard window. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the Blackboard page. I'm going to go to the home page for the course. In theory, come on, open, there it goes. Then actually I need to go to Tools. And I'm going to scroll down on my tools till I get to, let me adjust that a little bit, till I get to this right here, Blackboard Collaborate. And you can see there is a button that says recordings, and I can click on it right here. Right now there are no recordings in this window because I didn't make any recordings. Let me go to a class where I've made recordings so you can see what it'll look like. So I will go to a different class so that you can see that. So this is a course where I have a whole bunch of recordings. So we're going to do the same thing I said a minute ago. We're going to go to Tools, and we're going to scroll down to Blackboard Collaborate, and then we're going to click on Recordings. And you can see nothing shows up. And this is a problem that happens a lot. People say, I went to the recordings and there was nothing there. If that happens to you, you need to look at the dates that it's covering. Right now, it's spanning dates that I didn't make any recordings. So I'm going to change the date so that it covers the appropriate dates. When I do that, you can see there are a bunch of recordings on. And you can watch these using the Blackboard Collaborate app, or if your professor happens to convert it to video file, you could do that too. But that's how you log on to Blackboard Collaborate to watch the session, and that's how you look at the recordings that have been made after. It usually takes an hour or two after the session is finished for the recordings to show up, so keep that in mind as well.